What's up guys, Chris Law here, and today we're going to have Matt Phelps, the mewing guy. He has been mewing for about 14 months now, and so we decided to have a little bit of conversation and ask each other some interesting questions that will be super valuable to you guys. And so without further ado, let's jump into the conversation. Hello Matt from Malaysia.
Hey Chris, hey from Sweden.
Wow, it's very great to see you there. I think it's morning over there, right?
Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock in the morning here. What about,
Wow.
What's the time over there?
Interesting. It's about 3 p.m. over here.
Okay.
Yeah, so wow.
Totally different countries too. It's the middle of winter here. It's like minus 10 degrees.
Wow, minus 10 degree.
Yeah.
I actually really wonder how's the like here it's constantly like the 22 to 28 degrees over here. So I've never actually experienced of how like the winter seasons there. So that's super awesome if I can travel over there.
Yeah, man. Someday.
So, what about you, Matt? What makes you really get to touch with the mewing?
I think it was the same. I think it was an Astro video, because I think one of his videos he has like a before and after where he's got like a beanie on, and like you said, he went from baby face to like real hollow cheeks model look. So I think that might have been the first thing. And then I was like, what the hell is this? And then I found like the subreddit.
I think that I've seen your pictures before you posted your video. I don't know. I'm not very sure whether it's right or not, but I'm just pretty curious about it. Did you post your pictures on the internet before you post on the YouTube?
Yeah. I posted in the subreddit. Did you see it?
Oh, you did? Yeah, I think when I do the research, right, for my intros video, I think like I've seen your picture before, like this guy seems pretty familiar, but
oh, no
I
way.
can't remember when it was. Yeah.
Oh, cause like what I did was the first time I posted my transformation into the subreddit, I got banned from the subreddit from the mewing subreddit because like I think the lighting was too good and the transformation looked too good, and everyone's like, he used Photoshop, ban him.
Yeah.
Or like,
they think it's like a scam or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. So then I was like, man, no one believes me. So I made a video, and then you can't like dispute it. I'm not. But yeah, I first came into contact through Astro, and then I just watched so many videos, and then after a while, after I started mewing, I found you, and I was like, cool, like sharing it on YouTube. So that's kind of how I got into it.
All right, I'm pretty curious about what do you wish to know if you were to start from the first month?
Yeah, really good question, and I think that's going to be really valuable for anyone watching. There's a few things. I think the number one thing I wish I knew in the beginning was that it's the back third of the tongue that matters the most to get that up against your palate, and that's really hard to do. And I wish I knew that I'm not going to be able to do it straight away, because I think a lot of guys focus on the tip of the tongue just pushing up behind their teeth, when you really need to get the whole tongue up. So I wish I knew that, and I also wish I knew that there's more to mewing than just having your tongue up against your palate. There's more to mewing than just that one step. You also have to swallow correctly, breathe correctly, chew correctly, have your mouth a certain amount like open. Like you can't just have your mouth wide open and mew. It's you know what I mean. I have the 5 steps that I think are the main things, and back posture is one of them too. Sitting up straight, and they all tie in together to make mewing. And if you do one, it makes the next one easier, which makes the next one easier. So it all ties in. So I wish I knew that, because I just focused on the tongue side of things.
How has your lifestyle changed before mewing and after mewing?
So I just think like a general trend upwards in confidence just from looking better. Like from mewing, after I did it for a while, I noticed like I was getting the hollow cheek looked, but I was kind of missing these muscles here on the side. They're like the masseter muscles. You know, these ones. And so I started researching like chewing gum and how can you build these muscles up, and everyone talked about mastic gum. So I did a bit of research on that. And I couldn't find one that I liked, so I had to start making my own, or I made my own company to make the product that I wanted. So I sell a brand of mastic gum now too.
Oh, I see.
So I mean, Mewing started that, and now that business is doing really well, and like thousands of people are thanking me for
this mewing to your company and also your product.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. So like Mewing started all that, and it's also just really cool. Like it's really like just helping out people on the channels, in the subreddits, and just getting like just helping people out, and how much they like are so thankful that, you know, I'm able to help them, and that's like, I mean, that's super fun and
incredible.
Yeah.
After I uploaded the 4th month result, there's a lot of people has been asking me about using all the other tools like Chisell or Jawzrsize. So have you ever actually used them, and what do you think about it?
Yes, I have, and that's a really good question. So after I was mewing for a little while, as I said, like I wanted to build these muscles a bit more, and then I found like Chisell, Jawzrsize, what are they called, Jawline Me, and I tried all them out. But you may have this experience with chewing too. I kind of felt like I felt it up here a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mainly up here. And like, I think it's because they make you chew, like your mouth is quite a bit open when you're chewing. And you're really working the temporalis muscle here, which like, that's not the muscle I want to build. I don't want a wider head up here. And like I think the first one I bought was Jawline Me, and it broke. So I didn't use it that much, and I wasn't satisfied with the results. I didn't get any change that I wanted, and that's what led me over to like chewing gum. And then I chewed a lot of gum, and I realized like normal chewing gum isn't strong enough to like actually get a workout for these muscles. And then I moved over to mastic gum, and that's where I like started on that.
See.
And that like really works. It's a harder version of gum. If you chew it, like there's a certain way you can chew it. If you chew it with your back teeth, you also feel it up here a bit more. But if you chew it more with your front teeth here, then you really feel it like in these muscles on the side of your face, these masseter muscles. So like that's like, I did try those products. I didn't like them. I'd be super interested to hear from people that have had like good results with them, but I didn't like them. And that's what led me to mastic gum. And then I developed like a technique for chewing that gum to focus on these muscles.
So how long does it actually take you to start having the habit of pushing your tongue up to your mouth?
It takes probably longer than most people think, which is the unfortunate answer. Like I would say if you're to get the full tongue up, to develop the strength to get the full tongue up, I would say it could take around 2 months. Just to learn how to do it. Because it takes a long time, I would say. Like people focus too much on the tip, and then you get the strength to get the first half, and then eventually you can get all up. And once you can do that, I mean, to make it natural, that still takes like another 4 months or something until you can just do it without even thinking about it.
There's actually a fan that asked me, is it okay to mew with braces, since you have a bit of experience with braces? So you might want to share a bit about that.
Sure, it's a pretty common question, and I can see why. The first thing is, yes, you can mew with braces, and yes, it will work, and your results will work just as well. But I would say like the downside is that it's a little bit more uncomfortable. Partly because it's harder for your teeth to, like, when you close your mouth, it's harder for them to fit together nicely with your front teeth over, because you have these thick braces here. So that makes it a little bit harder to have to close your mouth. And in general, I'd just say it's more uncomfortable, but your tongue shouldn't be blocked by anything behind your teeth. You know what I mean? Your braces are on the front. Most of mewing happens behind your teeth. So going to be more uncomfortable when you're sleeping, like breathing through your nose and having your mouth closed. Everything is just more uncomfortable with braces, but the results are just as good.
Okay, so how to breathe while you're mewing?
Oh man. Yeah, it's a super common question. It's really hard.
Yeah.
First of all, it's gonna take a while. So if you can't do it straight away, it's okay. It took me months to be able to do it, kind of like tongue posture. I think one mistake that a lot of people make is they swallow and then they hold their tongue in that position and they think that's the correct position. But when you swallow, you're actually blocking your airway for a brief second. So if you hold that position, then you're not going to be able to breathe. So the first thing is, you can't just swallow and hold that position because that's going to block your airway. So if you have the right tongue position, then it's far easier to breathe. You still have to like consciously think for a while.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's right. You still have to like consciously ask yourself to breathe.
Because you're focusing on having your tongue up, and then you're like forgetting to breathe, and then you gotta be like, wait, I gotta remember to breathe. Oh yeah. So like tongue up, and then you have to like breathe through your nose. And one of my tips there for beginners is like when you get your tongue up and it feels good, but you're forgetting to breathe, just like every once in a while, take like 20 breaths, like consciously, like just be like, whilst having your tongue in the right position. And that will like train you over time to do that naturally. But for a while, you're gonna have to like tell yourself like, breathe, Matt, breathe.
Okay, so Matt, you have been mewing for about 14 months now. So what motivates you to mew that long time? And how do you actually keep that consistency?
Yeah, really good question. I think once you can mew, and once you can do the technique, why would you ever stop? You know what I mean? You're gonna get the benefits for the rest of your life. So why would you ever stop? So that's kind of why mewing for me isn't like, it's not like going to the gym where you've got to, every single time you've got to go and you've got to make yourself do it. After a while, mewing just becomes like breathing. You're just like, why would I stop? It doesn't take me any energy to mew. It's just natural. And one of the things I think is really interesting is not just the benefits that mewing can do for your face, but I think like the positive benefits of mewing I think are still underexplored, like in terms of when you breathe through your nose, you uptake more oxygen through that air, so you recover better. You might like gain muscle better because you're processing oxygen more efficiently. You sleep better. Like those are benefits from mewing that people don't even talk about. And I think like over the long term, like 5, 10, 20 years, there's going to be benefits with mewing that we don't even know about. So for me, it's just like, once you can do it, why would you ever stop? So I do it because I think it's the natural, healthy way to have your tongue positioned in your mouth and the natural, healthy way to breathe. As Mike Mew says, I think one of the main things you need to do is don't like force yourself to be too uncomfortable for too long. Otherwise, you will give up. So if you can't get the position and you can't breathe, you don't have to like not breathe all day and all week, because then you're just going to quit because it's too uncomfortable. So you should focus on like an hour or a few hours a day in the beginning, and then like give yourself a break, because it's more important that you stick to it over the long run than that you like on your very first day you did 8 hours, second day you did 10 hours. You know what I mean? It's more important to stick to it and slowly learn and slowly get more comfortable. And then once you get it, it's just like a click. And then you can like focus on like hard mewing, for example. But I went through a stage probably like a few weeks in where it was really uncomfortable. I was sick of not being able to breathe properly. And I was just like, maybe I probably like stopped for like 2 weeks. I just forgot about it. And then 2 weeks later, I'm like, okay, I need to pick this up again. I'm pretty sure this will work. Exactly. I think for anyone starting or a bit into their journey, like it's okay if you can't do it. It's okay if you can't breathe. It's gonna take a while. It's going to be a journey,
Yeah.
but work towards it, because once you can do it, then it's easy and you're just going to get the positive benefits for the rest of your life once you get it. But it can be a little bit of a struggle there in the beginning.
Surely, Matt explained pretty well and gave some really useful tips, so I hope it really helped you guys out. So check out how I answer some of his interesting questions that I never talk about on my channel. I'll pin the link down in the comment section below. Be sure to check it out, guys. That's it for the whole video. So if you find this video helpful, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Don't forget to subscribe to Matt Phelps, the mewing guy too. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.